Welcome and welcome back to this Metro Icon podcast episode. And if you guys don't know who I am, Shawn Kay the Showman of Do It All Entertainment and DIA Media to bring you this new episode. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. But before I go into that, let you know what's going on, y'all. You guys know that the Library Bar is the full resident spot to catch me at every single week. We got the first and third Tuesdays of the month where we do the live podcast party with On Air Don't Care. Me and my guy Blue Label Johnny lay down on our explosive dynamic in a live interaction show where outside of the off-the-wall topics of discussion, we bring on people who sign up for an interview slot to discuss anything they would like to engage with us about, and we're the only ones doing this anywhere. Next week, we have the On Air Don't Care. It's actually going to be happening on Wednesday, March 8th. Tuesday, Library Bar will be fully closed, so make sure you guys come through Wednesday the 8th to come check out On Air Don't Care. Our last episode was incredible, and it's only getting bigger. And then, of course, we have the karaoke and open mic sometimes, kind of flipping it around every second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. Last night, I just came off the biggest night that we've ever done on a Tuesday, and it was unbelievably wild. So every single week, you can catch me at the Library Bar, flipping back and forth between karaoke and open mic nights, and as well our live podcast party with On Air Don't Care. And then, of course, you know that all around DFW, I have so many events happening. Tonight, I'm actually going to be performing the comedy show at Sheesh at the Colony, hosted by Sib Raz and so many amazing, hilarious Indian comedians. This Friday, hopefully this episode comes out and is released and you hear before. This Friday, we'll be introducing Karaoke After Laughs at the Comedy Arena every first Friday of the month. So don't wait another month to come check it out. Last month, it was so much fun, and we expect it to be just as fun, and it happens after the last comedy show that is happening that night. So it'll kick off around 10:30. But of course, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at Shawn Kay Do It All to get the announcements of upcoming shows and events to check out. And as well, you know our episodes are nothing without our sponsors, starting with our biggest one, InsiderCloth.com, which is the last microfiber cloth you will ever need. You have the habit of using your clothes and your shirts to be able to clean off your screens and your glass lenses, but you know it really doesn't work well, and it actually can lessen the quality of your glass surfaces. So make sure you guys check out InsiderCloth.com. It's the innovative solution, and it's so easy to apply. You just peel off the back, iron on, and you're good to go. It is the best kept secret to keep that common habit. You just go to InsiderCloth.com and apply the promo code DIACloth. That is DIACLOTH to receive 10% off your next order. And then, of course, I got to let you know about my boy Teddy Johnson of D&K Contracting, the do-it-all of contractor work for your next home restoration project or that insurance claim you got to get done. Especially with Texas having all these new regulations on these insurance claims, this is the guy that's going to take away all your biggest headaches. And I promise you, you are going to get the biggest return of result for that next insurance claim especially. So promise you, make sure you guys get a free consultation at least. Talk to my guy Teddy and email him at teddyj.dkcontracting@gmail.com, and you'll see why every single person goes back and recommends Teddy to all of their closest people. And then finally, whether it's Do It All Entertainment or DIA Media, we are your one-stop event shop to get everything you need for your next live event or your live media production. Just hit us up, info@doitallentertainment.com for your next private event package, or DIA Media to get up to $150 off your next contract package. Now, this episode is actually a round 2 episode with my guy, my number one dude in the comedy game, George Red Speaks. He came in for week 2, where Steady Eddie did not show up for his podcast. So next week, we actually have Steady Eddie on the show, but George Red came through to fill in, and we kind of talked about from our last podcast episode that we did, which was actually one of the first times we like fully met and sat down. And this one is actually a very, very special episode because we've established our relationship and become very, very close. So turn your speakers up, get live. This is my round 2 episode with my hermano, George Red Speaks, y'all. We had to do round 2.
I'm down.
You can do it all.
You can't do it all, baby.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Metro Icon Podcast. You know who I am. I'm Shawn Kay the Showman of Do It All Entertainment and DIA Media, and we had to do another round two because the production wasn't at the status the first time we did an episode with this guy, and the same attribute. The relationship definitely is not the same since the first episode that I did with this guy. So back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's all give it up one here for George Red Speaks. Yeah. I got the Vato back for round two.
Well, yeah.
And I was supposed to, it's so funny, a week ago. Because 1 week ago, I don't know if you saw my IG live, but last night at Reno's, I brought beef to Steady Eddie. I brought some mad beef because this dude last week was supposed to come here for an episode and doing a recording 1 p.m.
He didn't show up?
He couldn't show up. He texted me at 1:04 p.m. and he's like, "Oh, I got work, bro. I got work, you know?"
But Steady Eddie does look like a little South Indian, though.
No, come on.
He doesn't even look Mexican, bro.
And literally is the worst at doing any.
And you know what he does
impersonation.
for a job? He fixes phones.
Oh my God. And so get this, right? So literally last night I went live on my IG, talked to and literally just brought beef on stage. I went live on IG and had Noah recorded, and I was just bringing beef for like a good 8 minutes, dude, just ripping into back and forth.
Yeah.
Packed out.
Yeah. And then afterwards we sang karaoke at Twilight. You know, that's what I do on my Thursday roll.
Yeah.
And then he was there again, and he's like, "Yo, you know what, man? I really do want to do the podcast episode tomorrow. 100%, I'm gonna do it." I'm like, "Tomorrow?" He's like, "Yeah, 1 p.m. We'll keep it 1 p.m. I got an Airbnb in Deep Element shit, so I have to check out at 11, so I can be there 1 p.m. 100%, bro. I'm gonna be there no matter what. I'm not going into work."
Every time someone tells me I have an Airbnb in the city that they live in, or I got to check out my hotel.
Marital problems. You got problems with this girl right now.
I'm just like, this is sketchy.
Well,
I don't think it's sketchy. I'm just like, this is the guy I got to ask drugs from.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah.
What you got on you, bro?
What do I got on me?
No, dude. Do you stay in an Airbnb?
No, I mean,
I didn't say that
well,
right.
technically, I actually did find this place on Airbnb and then just built a relationship with him. Technically.
Yeah. You're
I don't know if I should have said that or not. I might have just literally caught a case for my boy, but whatever. But lo and behold, this morning I texted Eddie at around 11:45.
Can you introduce me first?
I did say George Red Speaks. Did you not get it? I gave you a digital round of applause, you fucking short-term memory loss motherfucker.
I will say for George, you did kind of like give a lackluster introduction.
Yeah,
well, so
kind of.
You usually like be building people up and stuff.
I'm building to the reason George is here, all right? And it all has to just fucking
No, it had everything to do with you and your relationship with Eddie.
First off, who's
Steady Eddie?
Who's fucking shows
I'm
this?
feeling a little jealous right now.
Hold up, it's getting to you. Anyways, I checked in with Eddie at 11:45. He calls me about 8 minutes later. He's like, "Man, I'm just waking up, bro. I'm too hungover. I drank too much."
That's the way he talks, bro?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. So, anyways.
Damn, Eddie.
I'm like, "Yo, John is still like game to come. He was down to record an episode." And I'm like, "Yo, I need to make it happen." And then I was talking to my boy George Red like I do every single week, probably every single 2 days. This guy is either calling me, he's like, "Hey man, I just called to say I miss you and shit." And then I remember we didn't have
I want to rape you.
Yeah.
Give me some chon-chon.
And we didn't have that good first step. Like the video wasn't where it was now when we did our first episode. I'm like, "Yo, George, can you be here?" He's like, "Yo, give me till 2 p.m. I'm like, "Bet." And
hey, bro, real talk.
My guy George came through for the pod, and he showed up like my guy does. And you know what? The reason why I'm wearing this fit is because we got to celebrate something. First, cheers to you, Vato.
All right.
Cheers to you.
Salute.
Because we got to celebrate something special. Because my man, George Red, the message has been received, ladies and gentlemen. He is free.
Yeah.
He is free,
Yeah, there
ladies
he
and
goes.
gentlemen, bro. That's right. I have to rep for my boy, dog.
I want to know when you say I'm free George Red speaks, but why am I still behind bars?
Because because
You know what I'm saying? There should be bars behind me, bro.
you want to know why? You want to know why you're still behind bars? Because apparently there's still buildings that won't let you inside, bro. So even though you free from lock up, you still locked out when it comes to some certain places.
You're still locked out from the country club.
This is for the remaining real estate that literally will keeps you away.
Well, it ain't real estate. It's more like apartment complexes.
Yeah. But still.
So I live in a tent, everybody.
Certain comedy venues.
I'm still fighting for my boy because he ain't 100% right now. The freedom is not on 100% status.
Yeah.
So I'm literally just fucking advocating for my boy's full freedom.
All right,
Let him
I appreciate
fully free.
that. Thank you.
Let George Red Speaks fully free, but at least you're free to come through. And then you brought your boy Matt here that got your blowy machine finally out of your truck. Give it up for Matt, ladies and gentlemen. When the system tried to tear you down and build you up, that white boy came in and saved you some racks, bro.
Yeah, he saved me some, man. They try to extort me and shit. So for the audience that doesn't know not exactly, January 11th of last year, they tried to give me another bullshit case. I was walking back to my car to grab my bag, and I got pulled over walking, and they gave me a DWI. They gave me a DWI. Dude, I had a fight. I paid over $10,000. And then finally, just a couple weeks ago, I go to court thinking that's it. I told Shawn, right?
Yeah.
I was at Comedy Arena. I was just like, bro, my life is over again.
Anytime he tells me anything low key.
WWM?
And the best thing is, anytime that George tells me anything low key, he looks me dead in the eyes. He's like, I'm only telling you, bro. You're the only one that knows. I might be gone. I might be locked up again. I might be locked up again in 4 days, dog. Yeah,
well, the reason why was because they called me out of nowhere and they're just like, you need to come to court tomorrow. That never happens.
Yeah.
You usually get a letter.
I genuinely saw the fear. I genuinely saw the fear in his eyes. Yeah. He was genuinely worried. He was like to the point where he's like, Shawn, if you call me in 4 days, bro, and I don't answer and no one knows where I am,
you know what's up.
Right? So get this. The dude, he's like, hey man, if I'm not in jail by Thursday afternoon, all right, we celebrating, dog.
Yeah.
We'll go find a way to celebrate because I am not in jail. So when he hit me up with the news, he's like, bro, my whole case was dismissed, dog. Yeah. The whole thing was completely thrown out, and everything. He's like, I served my 2 years, but I don't have to pay for it no more. and dude, when I tell you, the following Monday when I saw George, literally this dude was walking around like a king that just raided 4 caves of gold. Yeah. He's walking around
just happy.
The biggest smile on his face.
It was crazy because I usually carry a very clean fade, right? But I've been growing my hair out so it's shaggy as fuck, right? And I look like dog shit, right? So I go to Comedy Arena and everyone's like, "Did you get a haircut?"
Yeah, he came with a fresh fade.
No, there was no fade. I came with a good attitude. I was just I was so happy. Everyone was like, "Did you get a haircut?" I was like, "I haven't got a haircut in 3 weeks."
Oh my God. No, there was a different, like even your hugs felt different that following Monday, bro. The way you hugged me different, bro. Yeah. It didn't feel like I'm holding all this devastation inside, you really hugged me with just this whole so many questions just left in my life, but my freedom is not one of them,
So I'm so used to being under the thumb of the law, right? You know what I'm saying? So people will understand if y'all have been in my situation that you always feel pressure all the time.
Yeah.
Right? And then at night, before you go to sleep or you're watching TV, you get these little anxiety bursts. Yeah. Right. And then you fall into a small depression and you're just like, my life is fucked up,
Yeah.
But that happened that night. And then I caught myself falling into that again, right? Because you had to bring yourself back up for the next day to get ready to do shit, right?
Yeah.
So I caught myself falling back into that, and I had to check myself. I was like, wait, hold up. Why am I feeling like this? And it happened again and again and again and again and again, and it still happens kind of, right? But it's kind of like you have to withdraw from that because your mind is so used to feeling fucked up.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think though that's a testament to anybody that's experienced any sort of anxiety or depression.
Yeah.
Where like I realized through therapy that my depression and my anxiety is never gonna go away.
Okay, we're all happy that you have health insurance. You could afford therapy.
This was literally.
Where do I get my therapy?
This is like literally 4 years ago.
Right now, George.
It's not right now, George.
This is it.
It's not right now, George. All right, trust me, it ain't right now. This was 4 years ago, and I had a plug. All right, but
what's up?
But no, that was just in Chicago days, bro.
I gotta stick them up or what?
No, man, I had a reset when I came out to Dallas, bro. I don't got that same support system like I did out there, bro. I had to start over, you know. But I do wanna like I guess at least give you some credit to like you were going through a lot this last month, dude. Like, and I want to
past year.
Well, yeah, this past year, but this past month because I want to bring to a light, and I haven't done this in the last few episodes,
Okay.
but I want to show some love because you know you lost a dear friend of yours in the last month, man. Your boy Zach Sprung. That I had an honor of being able to meet at a few shows, literally only through you.
Yeah.
And you literally was like, yo, this guy, like he's a comedian that has helped put a lot of people on, no matter where his like position in the game has always been. He's been always willing to put people on and push people very much similar. He was pretty much like your white brother and the white version of you in a sense, right? and I met him and I felt that literally from the first engagement, like who he was. And unfortunately, you know, we lose players of the game, and it's not by anybody's hand, and it's just by the way the universe kind of rolls its dice. So, like, you know, to the regard also of like not knowing if you gonna be locked up again, it's like you were kind of accumulating a lot, especially in that time frame. You know,
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
So to me, as your boy, like it's understandable for you to be able to go in a mindset where like you just in that total funk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, so it's understandable. So I'm gonna give you some grace on that. R.I.P. Zach Sprung. I hope the Sprung family.
Are you
going
gonna give me some grace on that?
I just said I fucking did.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about. This short.
Well, I thought only God gives grace.
All right, yeah, fucking me and God, fucking just
Y'all tight?
yeah,
Just out here, just like giving grace, like on the side.
Yeah, we tight in a way where like I'm friends with God, where like I speak to him, but he's just like you know,
Yeah.
but like he don't really respond back too often. He's like, you can just figure it out, bro, and just check in with me ever from time to time.
No,
you know?
I do appreciate that. I'm just busting your balls, man. But one thing I do want to say about Zach, since you brought him up, and since this is being documented, Zach was a very great friend of mine, and not just of mine, of a lot of comics and to the comedy community.
Yeah.
And that spoke like just volumes when I threw him the benefit at the Improv.
Yeah.
Right. Soon as it took us. He passed away, and 3 days later we did it, and then the Addison Improv, opened up their doors for us to do a show immediately.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Usually it takes some time to kind of like they have to make way for you.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we got your back. We got Zach's back. You know what I'm saying? And they gave us the date, they gave us the time, and as soon as I put that flyer up, I mean, tickets just went.
Yeah.
Because 100% of the proceeds went
Everything,
to Zach.
yeah. Which
everything.
is like, you know, for a comedy club to like not take any type of cut, like nothing.
They didn't take nothing.
Hats off to Addison Improv for doing that. That was a real.
And other comics,
amazing move.
Other comics that had open mics that night, canceled their mics and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I still put on my show though.
Yeah, you did. A couple blocks down.
I still put on my show. Right down the street.
No, but you know what? I respect you for that too, because I was supposed to be on the show, and you could have got pissed off. You could have got mad.
No.
I mean, you could have.
Yeah.
There's some people that are like that. You know what I'm saying? And you did.
You know
it.
me well enough at this point where like I'm extremely understanding and empathetic and at the same time I had to reschedule that show
Yeah,
for TK.
exactly. So it was your
and so I was like,
second
I
time.
can't do another reschedule,
yeah.
and I just can't do it. And the way I saw it is even, my relationship with Zach was nowhere near as deep as it was with yours. But even seeing the guy with the amount of counters I have had, he loved the game so much that like a part of me, and I think that you kind of expressed this too, was like, no, Zach would be 100% okay with you still having your show.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And
Not even a problem.
And
Yeah.
I showed him some love to the start of my show. I'm like, the comedy, with the start of my night, I said the comedy game, the industry, we lost somebody close, and there is a benefit that's going on right now. And so I had a round of applause for Zach Sprung and
Nice.
stuff, and I'm like, motherfucker, pick some timing though to fucking. I was like, why you gotta fuck with my door numbers and shit? God damn! I was like, people were like, I'm gonna show up, and they're like, man, I can't, bro. I gotta do my Zach Sprung thing. I'm like, fucking Zach. So, but again, it's kind of like that was my tribute. I think that I like he would have he was the type of guy where like he would have 100% attributed. He didn't have. He was a lot like you, where like. There's no sensitive bone in his body. You can,
of course.
And then there's one bit that I had, and one of the first things I said to Zach, and so I was like, yo, dude, I'm like, so I'm like, I do a lot of different parody like covers that I've made in the past and stuff, just like songs, and I change up the lyrics. I was like, you've never like fucked around with I'm Sprung by T-Pain, like, and doing something with your song, his name.
No
he's
shit.
like, I know the song. I'm like, come on, you can be like, Zach Sprung, he does the comedy, making people laugh. We on the stage and always sweating life. He's Zach Sprung, like, and I'm like, you can do something with it. And then he just started cracking up, and he was like, oh, dude, I gotta let you down. I'm like, I'm gonna have you fucking sing it. So that was like literally the only, like, if I were to ever have a bit, that was the only bit that I had. That was my first encounter with Zach.
Did you know that the last time I kicked it with him was with you?
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, remember that time where we went to do Noah's open mic?
Oh, yeah.
And then right after that, we went to do the karaoke.
Yeah, he
was
stopped
there.
by. He stopped by Twilight. Yeah, I do remember that. Oh shit! So
But-
that was the last time I saw him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, R.I.P. Zach, and again, it's. I'm grateful for anybody that has brought a contribution to the game. They might not have been some huge nationally recognized name, but like. His legacy is left by the impact that he did for a lot of comedians and putting them on, and was never hateful about it, no matter where their progression lied, even if it went way beyond his own name. He was still rooting for every single comedian.
But if Kevin DeAnda made it before him, if he made it before him, Zach would have shot himself.
He would have killed himself way sooner. Oh, if you guys have not seen the episode that I did with our Heavenly Father, that is the greatest shout out. That is the greatest shout out, greatest callback. That's going to be the never ending theme. Kevin DeAnda is killing it, dude.
He is killing it.
The
He's doing a
next
great
like
job.
2 months, I saw his calendar. I'm like, yo, this dude's like almost like 12 shows or some shit. The next like 2-3 months. I was like, yo, that's fucking great calendar. Like he's going beyond. So so if Kevin DeAnda, I'm getting real close to actually I could kill myself the way that Kevin DeAnda's comedy career is going. Right,
I bought a gun. And I'm a felon. I'm not even supposed to have a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just like, oh, shit.
And we keeping it in the pod episode, ladies and gentlemen. So if any type of PD around the Dallas DFW area, his name is George Red Speaks.
Entertainment purposes only. Everything we say here is entertainment.
No, I'm killing myself.
No, stop it. No, dude. So, being in this good grind, man, I'm happy that you're in this newfound position that you're in and shit.
Thank you.
And some dope ass shows are coming, dude. Some
Hell
dope
yeah.
ass shows are coming that I think the new drive has been shot into you. So what's the lineup that's coming up in the next month or two?
Oh, shit. Well, first off.
You got the pass at the Looney Bin in Arkansas, bro.
Yeah,
yo,
thanks, man.
that's
Appreciate
fucking
that.
huge. On top of that, George Red also headlined at the Addison Improv. I shot that for him and did the video for him, which is a huge thing, seeing your name on the marquee. And then you got on Kill Tony.
Yeah, I got on Kill Tony.
You got featured on Kill Tony. And then you did a 30-minute set at the Looney Bin? Or 20
Yeah,
minutes?
30. Yeah.
30-minute set at the Looney Bin and got the pass.
Yeah,
First
so-
time around. I mean, dude,
it comes
bro.
with a contract, Thanks, bro.
I bring the applause one more time for this dude, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, dog, because,
Thanks, man.
dude, like, when you told me that, I'm like, I mean, I think your one thing that's apparent is that your education in the comedy game is like, comedians, every single comedy venue. Like that is definitely your strength as a producer and as an actual like advocate for the game. But I know exactly where the Looney Bin is, like those low key ones. It's kind of like that Comedy Cellar. It's kind of like that low key type of stuff to build its name and then started building out other locations and shit. I mean, and this is the original location, right?
I don't know if it's the original one. I don't know the original. I know they started in the 80s. So they started at the top of the comedy boom.
Yeah.
And they have multiple locations in different states and stuff like that. So getting past there, they promised to put me on 2 weeks a year. So each week you do 6 shows, right? And then from there, once that relationship is built and established, then I can start going to all the other Looney Bins.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, and for those who don't understand that terminology, because even then I had to question it, but getting pass at a comedy club is a good thing. Not like they're passing up on you, but they're passing you forward. And so
it's the biggest thing as a comic, because it's one thing to be able to perform at a club. Yeah. Where they're like, I mean, we're going to put you on shows, stuff like that, and you're performing at the club. Right. But when you get passed as a paid regular.
Yeah. And it was just huge, dude. Yeah. Anybody even if you're making like $25 to go up and do comedy, anybody making a single buck going up to do comedy is winning. Like, because comedy is not something that is like, me and John know we can pick up a DJ gig almost anytime, anywhere, whenever, you know? But in this comedy game, to even make like a small amount, even if it's like $15, $20, $25, like is a huge win. So, I mean, I'm proud of you, Doug. And,
well, it's in Arkansas, so they better pay me more.
Yeah. But at the one thing that you told me nice is that this Looney Bin though is you're not worried about. They have their own like compound for like comedians that come through and stuff, which is like apparently it's a lot better because some of these comedy clubs will book you in this like jank ass motels and shit like that.
Yeah, well sometimes they don't even get you a hotel.
Exactly.
So you got to you have to get the hotel. You have to use your money, and the good thing about the comedy business is that you really learn how to budget. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to budget.
You have to.
Yeah, because you could go and come back negative.
Oh, I know about it.
You know?
I know about it because I still haven't gotten your half from the Super Ocho.
Did you ask me for half?
You said you were gonna. I didn't ask you because I was willing to just like joke. You actually told me, he's like, yo, I got you, bro. I'm gonna get you half and then stuff. I got these.
Bro,
shits coming
don't
up.
ever depend on anything I say when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
If I'm drunk,
best believe I've learned. Okay.
If I'm drunk, I don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember nothing.
Yeah. Let me tell you, y'all, because he was like, because you were doing.
How much was it? How much was it?
Don't even worry about it, bro.
No, how much was it?
Don't worry about it. Because I'll tell you this.
No, because you know what? The next podcast, he's gonna bring it up again.
No. I remember what I talk about. Okay, I remember what I talk about. Yeah. Okay, but. No, the reason why I don't need your half is that as long as George Red gives me good material to take away from the situation, I know I'll get my dividends. You know, like I know I'll get my return eventually because you were like you were spending like there was like a good 2 months that you were going back and forth between Austin and Dallas, and you were spending more time in Austin. Then I was like, yo, fuck it, I'll come with you. I'm gonna spend a couple days. Let's just do a run. Let me check out the scene.
And it was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun, man. We spent 2 days. But George, you were planning on straight up sleeping in your truck.
I did.
I know you did before, and I was like, yeah, we ain't parking and doing that shit.
Well, not all the time. Sometimes I get hotels, but I was just like, sometimes you could just...
I get it, but then I found a deal at the Super Ocho and shit that was run by some Indian guy, so I was like, all right, forget it, let's get it. I got the double bed and everything.
It was the most hoodest place on the planet.
So the room was not terrible.
I had to get gangster one night.
Let me tell this story, please.
All right, you tell the story.
Let me tell this story.
I'm the guest, but go ahead, tell us.
Let me tell this story, all right? Because the reason why I don't want you to tell the story because you weren't conscious for the first half. That's why. All right. So let me tell you the story because I'll tell you the room wasn't that bad and it was so close to downtown Austin. So I was like, it was pretty money, right? But yes, it was definitely in a hood location, right? Like
it looked nice.
It looked nice, and then there was like,
nice.
Wait,
but
where was it?
It was like in
It was-
just east of downtown Austin. It was like maybe 10.
It was not on 35.
Oh, I think it was right off
It
35.
was like across from on the other side of the freeway. I think the Target was there or something like
There's
that.
a Target. There was a McDonald's that he got like 8 Egg McMuffins a day for and shit. Like
Not per day. I just got them for the weekend
per morning
for both of us.
No, dude. I was like, I'm good. But
And
like,
they weren't Egg McMuffins.
yeah.
I bought 4 cheeseburgers, bro.
There we go. There we go. Keeping the carbs right. But you know, like it was. No,
How do you think I keep this figure?
Yeah, you got a carbo load, champ.
Come on.
yeah. No, you're killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You're holding it down. But but there was so many moments that like at nighttime, literally like 2 nights in a row, at nighttime or during the day, people would just randomly be banging on your door loud as
On
shit.
the window.
And on the window. Like I was petrified. Like I was so terrified. Right? So
I was asleep. I'm used to
the
this in
first time
prison.
it happens, is like the first night that we're there, right? And so all of a sudden, like, and you can hear shenanigans. Like every night they had parking lot shenanigans. Just fucking the most hoodest characters just fucking hanging around making TikTok videos and drinking lean like in the parking lot and shit. It was
Yeah.
the most it was like
Real talk.
like Houston needed a rally point in Austin and they chose that Super Ocho right off the side of the highway. But anyways, so that night one, right, you can see like flashlights and you see all this stuff. And we had the windows, the shades closed, but you can see a little crack, right? All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. And you can hear yelling and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like terrified, right? And then
You asked to bring your gun, and I said, don't bring
right.
a gun.
I even asked before I left. I was like,
I
yo,
said,
should I bring my gun?
I'm a felon. I cannot be
I was
around
like, should I
guns.
bring my gun? He's like, no. And then I'm like covering the blanket like over my head. At the same time, in the crack between
He's all traumatized.
in the crack between the drapes, I can see cell phones. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna document my robbery. And then I will never let this down in the streets. And then I'm like trying to and I'm like, George, Woody, George. And George slept through the whole ordeal because he drinks during the day. So he had no idea. He had no idea this whole moment happened. And finally, I knew if I was silent and still enough, they would just go away, right?
The wrong Indian.
I had to sneak and put like the double lock, and I was like super like slow about it. It was like and then just like went under the window and just went right back into my bed and just like stayed still until the morning, right? And then the morning comes.
It happened again.
And it happened again. And it was like a little after 9 a.m., right? And then all of a sudden, bum, 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 bum. And then you just see George like, what the fuck? You know? What the fuck is going on? And I'm like, George, it happened last night too. You're back, George.
I was like, what?
And so George, he gets out of bed in his Vato beater and fucking basketball shorts and shit, opens that door and literally goes out straight.
What's
Vato.
up, Dom?
What's up, Holmes? What's good? And I literally can see the black dude just like, my bad, bro, my bad. Like, didn't question nothing.
He was
Literally.
like, I thought my girl was in there.
Yeah, dude.
She might be.
She might be.
She might be.
Is she South Indian
Actually,
and bald?
I was like, I yelled from the back. I'm like, he's not here. He's not here.
Yo.
It's just Sean. It's just Sean and George.
Bro, I swear to God, I went outside. I don't know if I went to get ice or whatever, or whatever. I went outside. I think you left to do some Uber Eats or something.
No, lift.
Whatever. Same shit.
Yeah, because you can lift out in Texas.
There's
You
a
lift
guy.
out
I was like, what you gonna do? Oh, okay.
This guy, hey yo, this dude gets out of his car and shit, right? And from the back seat, he pulls a fucking cash machine.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that.
Wait, were you there?
We were
A money
outside,
counter.
We were outside smoking, and literally a dude walked.
And he kind of looked,
He first walked
and then he
past
just
us.
ran upstairs.
He first walked past us, like leaving his upstairs room, walked past us and was just like, what's up, what's up? And then like literally 2 minutes later is walking back past us, holding a cash counting machine and walking back into his room. Me and George literally, and George is like, hey man, about to plan this shit and rob this motherfucker. This motherfucker counting stacks in his room.
this motherfucker got money. You need a fucking counter machine? Oh,
room he
yeah.
went to.
And I was like,
that-
I'm like, you told me to leave my gun at home, George.
I was like, this fool got money bags upstairs,
Bro,
man. We about to take his
straight
shit.
up. We were about to write our own version of next Friday. No, but that it was
And we're Debo
yeah, for sure.
in this next Friday.
No. We
No, I was gonna kick down that door and take all his money, which
We're-
got on my 40.
I'm totally day. I'm totally day trying to trying to get the shit, trying to like be calculated as like assist to the whole plan while my BMW's being keyed outside and shit. I'm day just screaming nonsensories and shit and fucking up the whole thing, bro. Showing up the door. We go stay together. Friends, you heard the whole scene of this Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we would be terrible at fucking committing crimes together, 100%. I'd be.
I'd be good.
You'd be really good.
Yeah, I'd be good.
What do we do next, George? Like, I'd just be like, what should I be the lookout?
Well, if that happens on the Don't Care tour, it's gonna be a whole me, Black, and Payday. That's gonna be a whole different situation.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you right now. So we're planning this, bro, because we talked to Alexander K. Do you know the villain?
Nope.
Alexander K. So he's coming up pretty well. So remember that? Did you see that poster I made for the comedy show? What looks like a movie? That movie poster, ever. So I'm doing a show at Hyenas on March 18th, bro. Check out this is my boy BLJ made this movie poster, bro, for this comedy show. You gotta see this shit, dog. Like here it is. Look at this shit. That's the
shit.
show for that we're doing at Hyenas in Fort Worth. Which is
Man,
actually
that's a dope ass poster.
My
Don't
boy-
look like a movie, but
bro, that looks like a movie poster, dog.
nah,
That looks like a straight movie poster.
it does. I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, I know.
But that is a dope ass. Who made that?
This go my boy.
You made it?
My boy BLJ, bro.
Oh, I'm fucking with you, dog.
Yo, and then
I'm fucking
and
with
then
you, bro.
His other homie tried, and this is the other version he made.
In our group chat, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a movie poster version. An hour later, I spit that one back out. Like that's an hour. That's not even me trying to do that.
Bro,
That first one is dope.
too dope, bro. I'm like, I've never seen a comedy poster. Like, I even make my comedy like flyers and shit pretty basic to like what you would see as a
Look,
comedy
and
flyer.
as a
But
matter of fact, yours
that
are better. Like the people in Alexander, there's a bunch of Oklahoma comedians doing stuff, whatever. Their flyers are ass. Like, I mean, literally like they did it in Microsoft Paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's free software you can use that would look better than that shit.
Man, before I got this like editing program to do graphics and stuff,
Did you know, I'm sorry. Did you know there's a Facebook group chat, and it's called Bad Comedy Flyers?
Oh, is there?
Bro, sign up for it. It is hilarious.
Yo, I'm
the
about to-
funny thing is when you see one with your homeboys on it, and you're just like, damn, you made the Bad Comedy Flyer fucking page. It's a national page.
Wait, this is a messaging
Like
group?
that's how bad your
dope.
flyer has to
That's
be.
dope.
Bad comedy
That is
flyer.
dope.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm gonna
Bad
make that.
comedy flyers?
yeah.
There's 20 followers?
No,
There's
no.
there's gotta be a
in
bigger
the
one.
MySpace days, like
It's probably called something else. I'll send you. The
Or
link.
is it a group?
I
Is
see
it?
party
Or do you have to get
flyers,
invited?
shit, and
I
redo
don't know. I just I'm in there.
It might be. Yeah, it might be a group. I went to a group chat.
It's
Went to a-
fucking funny,
Bad
dude. Sometimes you
comedy.
see shit, you're just like, what the fuck were
Oh,
y'all
no,
thinking?
here we go. This one
In
right
the day
here.
of candles,
Is this
there's
one?
no excuse
Probably.
to have flyers.
Yeah, it's like 5.5K. This got to be it.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Damn.
AI and all these programs, there's no excuse to have bad flyers.
There really isn't. There really isn't, man. It's like
See, my flyers are pretty basic, but they're nice.
yeah.
Basic
They're
is
sharp.
better. Basic is
They're
clean.
ISS. Keep it.
Yeah.
Although the one
Yeah,
that you
they're
did
sharp.
for the show in San Antonio that you did with Ty and also Kevin Deanna was on that show,
Uh-huh.
I was like, bro, this looks like a fire ass mariachi group coming in from like the desert.
It looks like a movie.
No,
That's a movie flyer,
looked
but
like
I didn't do that flyer.
Y'all would look like you were about to play some Wild Wild West banda shit. That's what it looked
Well,
like.
it's called Texas Comedy Connection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
that,
what we're
what
going for.
literally when I look at that poster, like in my head, all I heard was bro, it was fire. I
Hey,
was like,
keep going.
You at least do the horror movie.
you can tell just by that Rito how much lung capacity George actually has.
Shut the fuck up.
Let me tell you another story from
No,
Austin.
don't.
Let me tell you another story from Austin. You already know what I'm gonna say.
I was
too.
hungover.
Yeah, let me tell you another story from
No,
Austin.
shut up.
All right, so
No, because you're going to over-exaggerate.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I promise you, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
I'm never coming on this podcast again.
This is probably, but like this,
Probably,
but
yeah.
at least this story will get out there and it'll be worth it. All right, but so George was going on a run. We were checking out these different comedy clubs.
I wasn't going on a real run because...
No, not a physical run.
Yeah.
Not a physical run. We were just doing some location scouting. All right, at a moderate pace. Dude,
It was a hill.
One block. This man had
It
to
was
walk.
a steep ass hill.
Anyone
that's been to Austin knows the hills over there. I could not breathe.
All right,
okay.
Carbo load before
So
the hill?
after
I'm walking up. I was like,
after we went to the East Side Comedy Club, which is like, if you guys have never been there, it is the most wild location because it's like, that's the spot that I told you.
shout out to Roz.
Roz, bro. This dude, it looks like that crazy art junkyard, but when you walk in
That's
and
not
then
the
It's a-
Austin vibe.
it's that vibe,
but
right?
then when you walk into the club, it's a comedy club.
Low key, like a low key speakeasy comedy club.
It's always sold out.
Yeah.
It's badass.
It's a perfect spot. But then we're walking back, all right, and this dude had to walk one.
Logan spot open yet? There in Austin?
It was like 4 blocks.
Okay, no, the 1 block uphill.
That's a big hill.
No, we walked a total of 4 blocks. Only 1 block of them was an uphill
Hey,
walk.
bro, how much do you weigh, bro?
And then he's
Bro, how much do you weigh, bro?
Before we
Shawn Kay.
when we walked,
What is he? 165
when we
max,
walked up
right?
to this hill
with the crucifix
Let
in
me
his
tell
pocket,
you, when
right?
we walked up to this hill,
Right?
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a...
Yeah. If I put 100-pound fucking jacket on you and then you walk the same hill,
the disappointment coming from George's eyes and the sweat from his brow when he walked up to this 1 block uphill, right? He walked up and he went, fuck, bro, give me a second, dog. Give me 1 second. I'm like, George, we're literally 2 blocks down from the car. Let's just get to the car and you'll be sitting, all right? And he's like, fuck. And then and we walk that 1 block uphill. And then it gets to completely level land. And this dude's like, stop, bro, stop. Stop, bro. You're doing too much. This is too much, man. This is like shit, bro. I'm tired.
I told you he was gonna over-exaggerate.
Fucking tired, bro. You wouldn't be laughing this hard if it wasn't true, George. That's
You're
the
just
facts
a
of it.
very funny, cartoonish character, bro.
And I'm like, George, we are literally about to walk our last block on level land. He's like, nah, but chill, bro. Just chill. Give me a second. I was like, yo, this is so sad. And then I had to buy him a shot just to make up for it afterwards and shit. He's like, you put me through that whole rigorous thing. I'm like, you're the one that brought us to the comedy club, and you mad at me that you walked uphill. Fuck you, dude.
Nah, he was all walking fast and shit. He was like, let's jog up.
Bro, I was walking at him. I even smoked a cigarette uphill just to
Shut
try and
the
match his
fuck
pace.
up.
And it still was just like, and this dude still got to the last step, and as soon as he walked up, he went,
You know what that tells me? You don't smoke enough cigarettes.
Yeah. You should smoke some more. Yeah.
My fiance is gonna be extra mad at
I
hear
don't care
that.
what Laura has to say.
But she's
Okay?
probably
You
right.
don't smoke enough cigarettes.
She's probably right. Speaking of which, actually, since we're about 38-minute mark, we're gonna go ahead and take a short break, and we'll come back, and so you guys can get a good listen from our amazing sponsors, including InsiderCloth.com. Either way, y'all, we'll be right back for our second segment with George Red Speaks.
Already.
Yo, I got to take a second real quick to tell you about our sponsors that we have here for the Metro Icon podcast, starting with Insider Cloth. Now, Insider Cloth, y'all, is an innovative application to bring more clarity to all your everyday glass, screens, and professional lenses where you won't have to worry about forgetting that microfiber cloth to get the job done. Insider Cloth is an iron-pressed microfiber cloth to apply to any of your clothes or professional wear, which resides on the inside of your apparel. Now, your general fabrics can actually create micro abrasions to your glass surfaces, and over time, it actually will reduce the clarity and visibility to your glasses, cell phone, or other glass product or screens. It's super easy to apply and can be added on the inside of your common wear or even the specialty wear like your men's ties or pocket squares. Now, go to insidercloth.com and apply the promo code DIACloth. That's DIACLOTH CLOTH to get 10% off your next order. And I promise you, y'all, Insider Cloth is the last microfiber cloth you will ever need.
And now for all those homeowners out there, whether you need to get a new roof or you have a home restoration project you need to get done, y'all got to hit up my guy, Teddy Johnson of D&K Contracting. He is the most elite choice of all your commercial or residential contract needs. Teddy Johnson has been proudly serving DFW and providing all roofing style needs, as well as gutter and siding installation, custom metalwork, kitchen and bathroom remodels, fence building, window replacements, and so much more. And especially when dealing with those tedious insurance claims, Teddy Johnson provides the most outstanding quality of work and customer service you won't receive anywhere else. You got to email him now at teddyj.dkcontracting@gmail.com. Get a free consultation on your next home restoration project or home repair. And we're back with the Metro Icon Podcast for our next segment, y'all, with George Red Speaks, owner of Comedy Junkie Society, who he has been so gracious to put me on as on part of the roster. I do got to show you love, dude, because even from our first conversation, if anyone had a chance to listen to that one, or at the very least just the audio, because when we had
a good one.
Yeah, the audio was fantastic.
Yeah.
The video.
But even with the video, like, even though like it's
laggy.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still a good interview.
It's still a very, very fun interview. But that was like, I think we were kind of fresh. It was kind of like when me and John did our episode. It was kind of like us getting to know each other for the first time, really, right?
Yeah.
And and then we did that in your building. And then from there, I feel like our relationship just kind of skyrocketed. It's just kind of been just like.
Is that how you felt? I kind of felt like it. You know,
how did it feel for you?
I feel like
after we did that first episode, how did it feel for you?
Like kind of like it's bombing.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't see me as this trusted confidant that, like, you know, whenever you
just you know, my feelings, like, you know, your narcissism. You know, and I just
narcissism.
I get so.
Let's talk about it.
Tacos? You got tacos?
Do I have tacos?
You said talk about it.
Oh, yeah, of course you hear that in the frame of sentence. Yeah, no, let's talk about my narcissism, all right?
Yeah.
So it's a problem for you?
Well, I mean...
It's become bad? Is that what it is?
It's just, you know, gets stressful.
It gets stressful?
Yeah, it gets hard.
It gets I put pressure on that? Is it?
Yeah.
Does my narcissism
You know, I used to get depressed because of, like, I was on parole and on probation and facing a case and maybe going to prison for 20 years.
Yeah.
And then now that's gone.
Right.
And now your narcissism has just...
It weighs on you. It weighs on you, puts pressure on you.
I'm glad you understand.
You know what? I just want to make sure I paint a proper picture. Does my narcissism feel like you just walked one block uphill? Does it feel? Is it kind of putting that type of pressure on you?
It feels.
Does it make you out of breath?
Well, you know, it's that, and then also I feel like, you know, I'm dying.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is that serious?
It's pretty bad.
So why do you even maintain your, like, friendship and relationship?
Because of Metro Icon Podcast.
It's because of this? You're just trying to rank in the bennies however you can.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Yeah. Is it also because so you can tell people you have that one Indian friend? Is that also why you keep me in your life?
You're kind of my token.
I think I'm your definitely but even though I'm the most untoken Indian person next to fucking John. Yeah, like, definitely. Another bit that I have is the amount of why that George Red Speaks. As many times I've told him that my family's from South India and I come from a Christian household, how badly he wants me to be Muslim, and he paints me as a Muslim man.
I'm good with the Hindu.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Muslim.
Did you all just hear exactly what he said? He's good with the Hindu. All right,
Yeah.
It's almost like my parents referencing the.
Bro, I'm
the
more
Facebook.
Hindu than I am Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That what you have them WhatsApp group too? You know.
I don't have the accent, but I mean, I have.
Definitely don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this guy will introduce me on stage with a 9/11 joke, and then like 8 times.
It's an easy shot. It's an easy shot.
8 times out of 10.
Well, I know it bothers you. That's why I do it.
It doesn't bother me at all. I'm like, yo, this is so fucking nice. This is 2002 fucking comedy. He's
Well, actually, I've never introduced them with the 9/11 joke.
I do look like two of them?
No. Listen, I've never introduced them with 9/11, nothing like that. No, listen. I just introduced him with like, with an airplane brand.
Which brand?
You took it.
Which brand?
American Airlines.
That's good. I'll take that.
Yeah.
If you said Spirit, I would have like.
Well, I'm just saying American Airlines is the one that crashed to
good with
9/11.
Listen, bro. That sounds like an airline that follows protocol.
And for all you ignorant ass people out there, India had nothing to do with that. That was a
Yeah.
whole different.
You keep us out of that situation. It was not us. It was absolutely not us. It's so funny. Like even Eddie, bro. Like when we were going in, if anyone looks at my Instagram and sees the IG live of the rant I went on with Steady Eddie, bro, he tried so hard to go in with so many Indian rants, and then he busts out his Indian accent, and it's the worst delivered shit in the world. He always tries to rally the crowd with his hatred towards
All right,
Indian people
and
gets silenced every single time.
We start the podcast. You're talking about Eddie. Now you're still talking about Eddie. We took a break. We go outside to smoke a
It kind of
cigarette.
sounds like Mexican subject matter, bro. I figured you'd have something to say about it.
It just seems like you really either like or hate Eddie.
You know what, dude? He's definitely my favorite asshole in DFW. Like Eddie's gonna be that dude that like I can't wait for our episode actually because it's going to be a dynamic. There's a lot more love that's presented. I'm actually gonna I want to see how long he can hold it.
Well, I just never been a teacher before, and that's kind of.
I'm like, yes, John. Yes.
Yes, John.
Are you ever gonna let George Red speak on this podcast?
He can.
What I
You
say
want
about
to?
his narcissism?
Yeah.
I feel.
I'm not even talking about me.
That's your friend talking about
I'm not
you.
even talking about me because he likes to fucking interrupt this shit. You know, you should see us on Air Don't Care. When you see that, because when that's his show, he would be like, "Yo, his whole thing is bringing on people to interview to take my fucking job." That's literally.
Hey, bro, just put the
majority of
camera on.
interviews.
Hey, until he finishes, just put the camera on him. I'm gonna go take a piss break, and when I come back, I'll act like I'm back in the conversation.
I can edit it, and he's still talking. No
Yes.
Yeah, well, we will put a freeze frame of you like
a
drinking a Miller Lite.
Dude, I'm doing this because I am free. I can drink on camera now.
Yeah.
George went to the bathroom for 10 minutes, and
He's still talking.
That only to me just sounds.
So Sean, what else is happening in your life?
whose podcast?
I'm holding it down, bro.
Yeah,
I'm holding it down, bro. With
so
these
tell
shows.
me this beef with you and Steady Eddie. There's an IG live that
I'll tell you what, we hash the beef, then we sizzle the beef.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Because the first IG live is me just ripping him on stage. The second IG live, we're doing karaoke together.
What else were you doing?
Huh?
Can y'all switch seats? I feel
Running
like
that
that's the best
set,
review set over there.
getting them laughs, cuz. Oh, I didn't have my level.
George, could you
That's what it was. I had to do the trombone after that because I didn't have my levels up. I had the air horn. I'm like, why is it silent? I'm like, oh, you know. But yeah, no, we'll bring it back.
No,
Let's talk
going
about
back to what you were saying, our relationship has
gone up.
Yeah, no, well, you
love me way more.
Well, you're a brother to me now.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Yeah. I got nothing but love.
You
for
are. I don't know if you know this terminology, but you are what I would call a hermano.
Yes. Is that like a hummus or something?
Yeah, it's an organic term.
Sounds like
It's a very organic term.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the drizzling on my queso. That's what it is. You know?
You're the olive oil on my pita bread.
Hell yeah. Getting that nice juice.
The naan.
It's not dry. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't dry.
All right, this is getting really gay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's talk about it. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many gay moments did you have in prison?
None.
None.
No.
Good job, dude. I was gonna give you air horns, but yeah, I don't want to scare you.
There's no gay shit. We have this thing called Priya
Yeah.
in prison.
Priya?
Yeah. Hey, what's
You had
Priya?
an Indian chick showing up at prison? Is that what it was?
Shit down, y'all just pass around an Indian chick?
Yeah, is that what it was?
Is that her name?
Priya is Priya.
Is that an Indian name?
That's a very common Indian female name.
What
yeah.
does Priya stand for again? Prison.
Korea, but I've heard of other things that kind of sound like
Well, in Texas, no, in Texas it's called Priya. It's
rape, elimination.
prison rights, elimination of butthole
Elimination
fucking.
is with so it's PREYA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So they got dudes in the shower like watching dicks or some shit.
prison.
Show me your best Indian chick.
Yeah. Well, no, they just really cracked down on that. It used to be prison used to have all that shit. It doesn't have that no more. Now it does if it's consensual, but they got to they got to sneak off and do that shit, and they could get in trouble for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's this one guy in commissary that was banging the other guy, and they put them in solitary.
Oh, together?
More bang.
No, not together.
So were they at least sharing a wall?
I hope so.
Start going when you hear the clap.
Yeah, it's it.
Are you doing it yet?
That's a new handshake.
They're trying to match the rhythm and shit while the wall. Oh God.
Oh shit.
Okay, so yeah.
Now I did when I was in solitary, because you're in there, you're all by yourself.
Yeah,
And you don't got shit, nothing to read, nothing, no snacks, no nothing, right? And there was a guy that was talking to me through the vent of the toilet.
What was his name?
Shit, man. I don't know. Anyway, he got in a fight. We had both gotten in a fight, and then we got sent off to this other prison, and then we were in solitary. We kept going back and forth. You had to flush the commode, right? And then it would open up the vent for a little bit, the way it was set up in Forney unit. And then we could talk for like 5 seconds or 10 seconds real quick, send little messages and shit. And then he left. And then I started thinking, I was like, was there really a guy in that vent? Or was I just losing my mind? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, you see George having his what was it, Lionel Richie moments, being like, "Hello, is it me you were talking to? I can hear you through the walls, or is it all in my head?"
Hey, you get real creative in prison, man. See, they took my pens and shit, right? They took everything because of that fight, but they cannot take away your mail. So I got mail. Like not by accident, but just like
I thought you were about to go into a whole Braveheart quote.
no. It turns out like I was unexpected, right? I got a GQ magazine my mom sent me.
Nice.
Right? She got me on a subscription. Nice. And then anyway, so then
look at all these fancy dudes.
No. They have the best. Hey, they have the best interviews. Hey, but you know how big commissary is, right? So when they take your commissary, you don't have no food, no nothing, no snacks. You only get your tray 3 times a day, right? Yeah, that's it, right? But then if you buy while you're in there, in solitary, they'll give you your food, right? So I didn't have a pen. So I'm like, but they still gave me a commissary list, and they said commissary's coming tomorrow. And I'm like, fuck, I'm hungry as fuck. Look how fat I am. Like, and then I was trying to figure it out. So what I did was I pulled out the darkest like pages of the GQ and wrote them up real tight. Right? And then I got a little bit of water and just let them soak a little bit. And it took me like 3 or 4 hours to fill out commissary. And I filled out my commissary list with the ink from the GQ magazine, and I was able to eat for another 10 days.
Holy shit, dude.
While I was going crazy by myself with no human contact. I probably didn't see a human for like 20 days.
That's the crazy shit.
That's the mental breaker, bro.
No, yeah, like, and you're by yourself. There's no TV. There's nothing. All I had was that magazine. I read that.
Hearing voices and shit. Like,
yeah, just flushing the commode. Like, are you still there, bro?
Bro, when you started this story, I thought you were gonna have like this whole like Braveheart quote moment and shit. They're like, they took away my pens, but they couldn't take away my freedom. I thought you were about to like go into this whole inspirational shit, and then it just ends with them be like, but then I just create this little feathered pen out of a GQ, dude. You're like, you're like, sorry, Idris Elba, and you just fucking like roll him up and dip him in your toilet water and shit. They're like, can I get 3 packs of noodles? Damn, that's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, you
That's
just pick the
hardcore.
darkest page with the darkest person on there.
So like,
There's more ink.
So let's talk about what's like your state of gratitude, like when you came out versus, because like I know one of your biggest bit is you coming out of prison. Like when the lockdown happened, it's like coming out of lockup right when you're going into lockdown, right? And so your state of gratitude.
Dude just did my punchline.
I did.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, you did.
Thanks for burning that joke.
You know what? That just shows I actually pay attention. You see that how that long-term memory works, bro? Right there. There we go. Because you can't say one of my jokes. Go ahead. That's what I thought. So here we go. So
I got Mexican girlfriend.
yeah, fiance, go on. Fiance, go on.
I want her kids to know that I'm supportive.
Yeah.
And I want to teach them that new things.
Yeah.
Because I'm Indian. And like, you know, I could be more important than you are.
Nailed it. That was a perfect delivery.
I mean, that's the gist of it. You fucked up my joke.
I didn't fuck it up. I said
You butchered that
Nah, I
shit.
pretty much. I was stating a fact in joke manner in referencing your material.
No, that was my joke.
Yeah. No, I said it was yours. I give you credit.
I know.
Hey, it was George's joke, everybody.
Hey, Shawn Kay doing George Red Speaks.
Hey. Yeah. That would be a good show. Actually.
Oh, dude, check this out. So when I was at the Looney Bin, they gave me an idea. Nick Moore and D. The producer's name was D. So all those comics, man, they're good comics in Little Rock, bro. Like for real. Like I was very surprised they were killing.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, afterwards we went out for drinks and shit. And then they started talking about this promotion, and I didn't understand what they were saying. And then he goes, "Hey George," he goes, "Y'all ever do a set swap show?"
Oh.
And I was like, "A what? A set swap show?" So the comics are such good friends, right? They challenge each other to do each other's set and who does it better.
Oh, that's dope.
And then I was just like, I've never thought of that. That's fucking badass, dude. And they were like, you got to do that in Dallas, bro. So I'm thinking maybe we should do a Comedy Junkie set swap. And we pick like...
Draw a name. Like draw for the people who show up who's in CJS.
No. We plan it. Like we'll get 4 comics and 4 other comics that know each other very well.
Oh.
Right? Know each other's sets. Right? And then, of course, swap the set, but actually get it word for word. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you have to. So
you
so the
learn.
comedian has to write out their set word for
and,
word.
Yeah, and then
Got
you learn their set and you perform it in your personality.
That's dope.
It sounds fun.
I would take that challenge.
Yeah.
Yes, Matthew.
Are y'all gonna have sex with each other's sisters as well, or just?
That's the most Texan shit that's fucking ever said on the back of the scenes right there.
I think that's a good idea. I'm from Texas.
I will let you know, George will never meet my sister. Ever.
Shit.
He will never meet my sister because you don't want to meet my brother-in-law. He'll make you feel bad about your body for sure. You
can't make me feel bad about my body. I love my body.
He looks way too. You've met my brother-in-law.
He's an Indian man who is my age and very much in shape.
Yeah.
It's a very oddity.
Yeah, he's
much
like
an
very, very. I mean, he's a like a Long Island, Manhattan boy, and he's a twin brother, and his brother is just as in shape.
The boy's jacked.
Now I don't want to fight him, but I don't mind meeting him.
Oh shit! My fiance is calling right now. Should I put her on speakerphone so you can talk to her?
Okay.
She's just calling me right now. Let her know. She's gonna be like, "Why did you?" You know what
I thought you said she was calling you. Now you're calling her.
No, because I ignored the call. Hey babe.
Hola.
How are you? Hey babe, guess what? You're on speakerphone on my episode of Metro Icon Podcast with George Red Speaks Round 2.
Am I really?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember Jorge? Do you remember meeting George?
Yes, I do.
Very, very briefly.
Well, hi everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. I just got off work.
Yeah. What are you about to do now?
I'm a free woman. I can do anything now.
Oh my God, that's what George feels like. He feels like a free woman every single
like
day.
a free woman now.
Yeah.
I have my girls.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Emmy's at the gym with my brothers. So
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna go
Yeah. What you hungry
find
for?
food.
What you hungry for, girl?
Say it like that.
Yeah. What you hungry for, girl?
Babe, stop.
Yeah.
Tacos. I want tacos.
Yeah, so does George. See, that's what it is. That's why you guys have so much in common. George wants tacos too. All right, babe. I didn't want to make you feel like I ignored your call and catch a case later, so that's why I put you on the pod. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Well,
right, then.
I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Love you.
Say bye to George.
Bye, George.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye to John. Okay, she said bye, John. But yeah, dude. Dude, Comedy Junkie Society, man. Dude, did you kind of skip? I felt like I kind of skipped steps when I got in. I feel like I was a little fast tracked. Was I fast tracked into
Well,
CJS?
no. Well, you still did the work. Like you showed up to all the comedy open mics, and you did 2 shows.
Well, one of them was also the Purdue show. Was that Red Tape show? Which
Yeah. So you all right? So the qualifications to be part of Comedy Junkie Society is first you got to be funny. Second, you have to be on 2 legit Comedy Junkie Society shows, right? And then you have to have 2 people vouch for you.
Yeah.
Some people wait longer more than others, just because no one's recommending them. Now, me and you got really close, so I went on to the
Take 2 votes.
Oh, yeah,
You took the 2 votes?
No. I went on to the messenger and I said, I want to put Shawn Kay the Showman as, to initiate him into
CJS.
to the society, and then I need someone to second that motion. And then someone else did, and someone else did. And you got like 4 votes.
Oh,
something
shit.
Like that. Yeah, 4 or 5 votes.
Yeah. Well, it's been
And
a
then that's when I
wonderful.
brought you in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful actually honor, man. Like to be part of a group of like-minded
Mm-hmm.
individuals that are hungry in this game, but to see the supportive quality of this comedy society.
Yeah.
It's actually because I never got put onto too many teams growing up, so it felt really nice. It felt really nice, and
Yeah, so you're the guy that got skipped over at the basketball game.
yeah. Every sport, it doesn't matter the sport.
shows.
They're
Like,
and then eventually
We'll pick her.
Then the musical director was like,
Pick the guy with the wheelchair.
yep.
Sean is like, ah.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll take Shawn.
Yeah.
All right.
They also chose the 80-year-old nurse that was a year from retiring over me and shit. But yeah, I mean, as far as Comedy Junkie Society goes, like, how you feeling about the progression moving forward?
No, it's good. It's good. And the main thing is the main thing is that we have people that we can lean on in this comedy game, and that's a very rare thing.
Yeah.
Not everyone has that, and some people don't want it, and it's okay. It's just an option. There's people like, why do you got to make a society? Why you got to? Well, if you don't like it, don't.
Yeah.
You don't got to come around.
It's not for you.
But what it does is it gives us all more opportunity to work with each other, to network, to produce more shows, and to stay active as comedian. But at the same time, it also gives the fans, because they're Comedy Junkie Society. You know what I'm saying? Because anyone that goes to a show multiple times a year is a comedy junkie.
Yeah.
It's in your veins.
Right,
You love
right.
stand up.
Yeah.
You can't get enough of it. You watch it on Netflix. There's just regular people that are not comedians that just love comedy. So it brings us both together, because comics are comedy junkies too. We can't get enough of it. We're addicted to it. Even when we don't want to do it, we know that we got to get our sets in. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the stage time.
Yeah.
So we're addicted to it. We're part of something. It's already there, and it's very hard to leave. There's been a lot of comics that I know that they have one foot in and one foot out, but they still can't get that other foot out. They still keep coming back. Now they're probably not going to progress or make a career out of it. But even when they try to quit, they've never been able to quit. It could be 10, 15 years. I've seen people like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That have been in the game longer than I have, and they're not doing it for a career, but they just can't stop doing it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, having that and knowing that other like-minded people are there, and then within the society, you find people that you get closer to too. Like, you don't have to be close to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a group, like a gang or nothing. It's just a network. It's like a phone book. It's like a little city. You know what I'm saying? You find what you like with other people, and then you move forward, and everyone's an individual.
Essentially, it's a private network, and everyone's trying to like feed into the same.
It's like a fraternity.
Yeah, exactly. And the one thing I like about Comedy Junkie Society is that even with the comedians that you have in the group that's kind of even producing their own shows, you're not like, oh, you need to brand it with Comedy Junkie Society.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
Even the times that I wanted to produce a show, and I'm like, yo, I'm willing to put Comedy Junkie Society.
Some people are willing and some aren't.
And then George will be like, no, dude, like just put it under your own name. Like you present it. The showman presents the show, you know? Yeah. And that's kind of like that's
like Sprung.
Love. Yeah,
Sprung had Sprung Productions, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning he would put it on because he felt that he was the first member of Comedy Junkie Society. And he would always put Comedy Junkie on everything, right? And then one day he said, hey, man, I want to start, Sprung Productions, Comedy Productions. And I was like, great, man, that's awesome. He goes, that doesn't fuck with you? And I was just like, no, what are you talking about? He was just like, well, I just felt like because I'm CJS, I should put that on. I was like, no, bro. I was like, CJS has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, you want to show it off, talk about it, whatever you want. But if you don't, it could be secret.
Yeah.
You're still a brother,
Yeah. And even testament to that, dude, is like you have the big show coming up with Big Dad or Cat Daddy.
I'm producing a show with Cat Daddy from K104 at TK's on February 18th.
Yeah.
But I am not on that show.
Oh shit.
No, I'm doing.
You got some great comedians though, man.
Yeah, no, it's a great lineup. It has Garvey Marcus, which isn't a Comedy Junkie, but he's Comedy Junkie affiliate.
Yeah, he's very funny. Then Panda, man, I
And
just did a show with him, and he's just
Panda,
phenomenal.
Kevin, Deanda.
Okay.
No, that's gonna be the thing. No, I love him, man. I had to put him on it. He's also gonna be my
I gave him a
showrunner.
vote. He was one of my votes.
Yeah, but he's also gonna be a showrunner. He's gonna be helping me run that show. I had asked you to do another show with me, but you're doing something February 18th.
That's the testament I was speaking to because I got an opportunity, and that's my birthday week and stuff, and so I got an opportunity from Comedy Arena to MC all 4 shows for Nick Griffin. Yeah. And I'm like, oh man,
That's badass.
I'm like to get that MC, and then to Jared put me in. He said, oh yeah, do you want to MC all the shows? There's 4 shows, 7:30, 9:30.
You're working all weekend.
Yeah. And so I even trying to work with George and be like, oh yo, like what if I did Friday and I'll tell Jared and he'll get it covered for the Saturday. George was like, he's like, no. He's like, listen, dude. He's like,
it's a bigger opportunity.
He's like, this is a much bigger opportunity for the owner to be able to say, hey, you're going to MC for this headliner that's going to be pulling in seats. Like, that's a strong will of commitment that he has as far as integrity, like from seeing you. So he's like, you need to take advantage of that opportunity.
Definitely.
Because, and that was love that I felt. Same thing with John. John's like, I present opportunities for him to be a co-host. And he's like, no, let me produce the show. Yeah. He brought me on as a co-host for On Air Don't Care. But it's like when you have and build a team that supports your grind, that doesn't even necessarily reflect or pay back into, maybe somebody who threw it back or threw it forward for you. Yeah. Like that's actually real love in the game because a lot of people have this like false sense of support. Oh shit, we lost Matt. Oh shit. Oh, too bad we can't. Can we? I want to turn the camera around.
No.
We don't lose Matt. No, don't do that.
Yeah, don't turn the camera around.
I think that this proves how smooth and sultry this podcast.
It just you know what it proves. No. I'm gonna tell you what it proves is that Shawn Kay talks way too much, way too long. Narcissism.
And not very interesting.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what this. I'm gonna tell you what this proves is. I'm just gonna have to ask John to throw me one of George Red's beers because Matt don't pass out from quantity, I guess.
No. It's not that. He's been working all night.
No. He's a good man. He's a good man.
Yeah.
But I won't take up too much of your time, bro. I'm gonna crack this last one for you, bro, because I'm just salute, bro, because I'm happy about the overall progression that you've made happen in this game. So I think kind of the last thing I definitely want to talk about is You have such a large hand, but in the comedy scene and industry, but yeah. But the biggest thing is that you love this game so much. You support it from all angles. So talk a little bit about like what you would give to the person that's like kind of teetering on the idea of stepping into stand-up comedy, and if they want to do it, even if they've never have the zero experience on stage, like what could you possibly give as far as advice to somebody thinking about stepping into stand-up?
The best thing is to get into an open mic and then just trying it out. I mean, it's a scary feeling, but at the end of the set, no one's gonna kill you. Mm-hmm. You might feel like you're dying. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you're gonna survive it. Yeah. And then after that, you're gonna know, do I want to come back next week or not? You know? But also when you do and you start showing up, don't expect everyone just to know who you are and just like treat you well and stuff like that.
That's definitely real.
Yeah, because everyone is doing their own thing. Everyone's in their own mind. It's this business, being a comedian. It's very. You're always reflecting on yourself because you have to. Yeah, and you're always building yourself up. So it's kind of hard to look outside of yourself to other people. Yeah, for some comedians, right? So don't feel bad or discouraged if you're not getting the encouragement that you need, because this is definitely not one of those participation trophy type of like businesses.
There's no love. Yeah, there's very, very little love given in this game.
But there are people like Comedy Junkie Society, people like you, like Shawn Kay the Showman, that when you can walk up to someone and ask questions, and then you can find encouragement, but you have to try to locate the type of that type of person. And if you do find a group or you find some type of encouragement, I mean, really latch on and be a good friend, and talk comedy, talk shop, learn it, delve yourself into it 100% completely. Just, read books about it, watch all the documentaries, watch everything what it is to be a comedian, that there's so much information out there. I Am Comic, Road Comic, Heckler.
Comedy Bible.
The Comedy Bible by which one? By Judy Gardner?
Well, yeah. Carter? Yeah, that one for sure.
That one's a good book. The formula that she puts is not going to work for you every single time, but it gives you structure because everything she talks about in the formula has to be in a joke, no matter how you do it, because you do have to have attitude. You do have to have a premise. You do have to have a setup. You do have to have a punchline. You can mix it up. There's just so much there. Another good book is Mastering Stand-Up by Steven Rosenfeld. That would really, really just maximize your understanding about stand-up. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what anyone tells you how to do it. You're going to learn how to do it the way you do it. Yeah. You could take pointers from people. That's cool. But stand-up is really, everyone progresses in their own way. They write their own way. There's not a right way. There's not a wrong way. But the only way that you know if you're funny and if you're going to like it is that you have to get on stage.
Yeah, the act of doing is like,
that's it.
That's the main portion. And like I told you about, like the first 6 times I went like and did it in Chicago when I did Second City, I literally went in with no material planned for 5 minutes and just went in to fail. Right? Yeah. What can my brain cook up in 5 minutes? But really feeling the deadness of the audience and no like reciprocation of anything that you're saying.
And sometimes you might be coming out with some fire shit, but no one's paying attention. Right. That's why they're not laughing. Right. It's not that you're not funny. It's just that you're at an open mic. Yeah. And it's all comics.
And so I understand my competitive nature, but like I also understand the struggle it would be for somebody who doesn't have a general experience being on stage to even take the leap and to go forward and do it. So, dude, I think your level of education in this game, dude, is like, I'm learning so many things from you all the fucking time and shit. Mm-hmm. And you and I have had so many dialogues where like, I even shifted my way when you presented a lot more information within this comedy game. That was like, oh, okay, I didn't really see it that way type of thing. I think one of my favorite conversations with you is when we went out that one Saturday, and I think we did we just saw the show at TK's, and then we went on a little karaoke run.
Oh, dude, that was so much fun, and I got to see your nights.
That was the first time you saw me
that shit was dope.
Singing and performing.
That shit was dope. Yeah,
dude, the way
you're good.
The way George's face when as soon as I started singing, because did I start with Como La Flor or something like that?
I don't know, man. You did a lot, but you did do that. You did a lot of shit. And
I did a fair amount.
And yeah, you just turned up the whole club. And
George's reaction, like to see me actually, he knew I was an MC. I think from the very get-go.
Yeah,
you always knew I was an MC. And you knew because you actually, after TK's.
Dude, I gotta take a break.
What?
I gotta take a break.
Why, you got shit?
No, I gotta take a piss. I'm sorry, dude. I gotta take a piss.
All right, we're gonna be right back with these sponsors
I'm
as
so sorry.
George urinates. We'll be right back. And of course, y'all, I got to talk about my businesses. Do It All Entertainment. For anyone looking to amplify their next live event, whether it's a corporate event, conference, or that special wedding celebration with your loved ones. Do It All Entertainment brings the highest and most dynamic performance entertainment with top quality audio and visuals. There's literally no limit to what we can provide and can be accomplished at your next event. So visit us at doitallive.com or email us at info@doitallentertainment.com. Mention the Metro Icon Podcast to get a unique offer on your next event package. Then, of course, we have DIA Media for your go-to media production and creative consultation needs. If you're looking to amplify your business or brand visual promotions and trying to start a podcast of your own, reach out to DIA Media through our Facebook page and mention the Metro Icon Podcast to get a special offer on your production needs. Yo, now I gotta tell you about my number one spot in all of Fort Worth. This is the Library Bar FTW. It's the most unique bar and entertainment venue located in downtown Fort Worth, Texas. From its chic library ambience, multi-level beercade gaming space, you can find the most dynamic events and party atmosphere you will not find anywhere else. And it's always the spot you can catch me at. Check out the Library Bar at 611 Houston Street, right at the center of downtown Fort Worth, and get everything you could ever want on your night out.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy Blue Label Johnny, giving you the Blue Label Weekend Itinerary. On Friday nights, you can catch me with the lovely staff of Hooters Grand Prairie, kicking off the weekend in style. And on Saturday night, the party's going down. I'm busting out the karaoke. I'm at Eagles Point in Saginaw. And on Sunday, to close out the weekend, you can catch me in downtown Fort Worth at the Library Bar. Check in with me all weekend long, ladies and gentlemen. I'm holding the party down.
And we're back with the Metro Icon Podcast, and George had to take a pee break, and I totally forgot what the hell we were fucking talking about. But either way, doing amazing things for Comedy Junkie Society, and we're excited to see what we're gonna brew up in the future. But I know George, when he has to take his pee breaks and shit, this motherfucker goes into a random thought process during that urination period and shit. So I'm thinking, bro, like, as long as you've been in this comedy game, you got to have some crazy ass stories. So before we close out, I want to hear the craziest story or the craziest thing that's ever happened in your comedy career.
Okay, there's a lot.
I know I'm sure.
There's a lot, but
I'm sure you're the premise of most of these stories, but I want to hear the craziest one that you can remember.
All right, I'm not going to name names on this one, okay? But
name them names.
Nope.
Say it.
So, a group of comedians, we go to LA, right? And we're doing a theater out there. Mm-hmm. And it's a big show. So a lot's weighing on it. And we go out there, and it was like a co-headliner type of deal. And one of the main guys, and this is the most OG comedian comic shit you'll ever hear. So when I'm saying this, I'm not even saying it to like fuck
Would I know him? Would I know him?
You know him.
Really?
You've met him before. But it's the most OG shit on the planet that I've ever seen. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's 100% respect. No winks. Like, this is for real the most OG shit you ever seen on stage. So this comic gets on stage, and he's performing. He's killing, bro. Killing. You know, and I notice he keeps standing to the side and shit. But he's killing, right? And I'm just like, what's wrong with this posture? You know what I'm saying? No one else notices this. But he's just murdering, just 30 minutes on stage, bro, just killing the motherfucking crowd. Everyone's laughing. It's just, I mean, I was like, this is probably the best that he's ever done. And then right after the set, I was trying to go up to him to shake his hand and say, hey, bro, good set. And he just kind of just barely, he didn't give me a hug. Like usually we hug, you know, but he didn't do that. He just kind of smacked my hand. He was, hey, bro, I'll be right back. And then just left. And then he was gone for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And I just kept looking for him because he's my homeboy. I'm just like, where's my boy at, you know? You know, we're all having a good time, you know. And
Where did he go, George?
Where'd he go?
Where did he go?
Well, then he shows back up and shit. And I was like, yo, where you been, bro? I was like, that was a badass set, dog. Good job, right? And he's the guy that brought me, he's one of the guys that brought me to California for the first time, right? So I give him a big hug. He was like, thanks, bro. No. So anyway, the next day, we're talking, and then he go, and I asked him, I said, where'd you go? Why'd you disappear? And he goes, when I started my set, about 2-3 minutes in, I started pissing my pants.
How does no one see this?
He was standing to the side.
Oh.
He was pissing his pants. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, how did you not? He was like, I guess I was drinking. I was like, no, you just drank some tequila, dude, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, I was just so excited. And I said, why didn't you go to the restroom before you went, bro? Like, how do you not know? He goes, I don't know. And I was like, well, why didn't you hold it? He goes, I just couldn't. Once it just came out, I couldn't stop it. He goes, because I was in the act. And I was like, and you finished it. So I didn't believe it. So I went to the camera guy that was there, right? Our homeboy. And I talked to him. I'm just like, hey, man, can you send me a clip? Right? I didn't even tell him because he said, don't tell anyone. I said, I'm not going to tell no one, right?
He didn't say I couldn't get the video.
So I saw the video, bro, and you just see it happening, bro.
It's just like that dark spot just getting
Bro,
bigger
not
and
only
bigger and
that,
bigger.
bro. Not only that, bro. You see it coming down to his fucking shoes.
Oh, that outward trinkle.
He left the fucking puddle up there. We didn't even know. No one saw it.
That's amazing.
And
That's amazing.
And murdered the set.
That's amazing.
And then when you see the video, bro.
Yeah, I gotta know his name. I gotta know his name.
No,
'cause
you're
it's
never gonna
amazing.
get it. You're never gonna get it.
You gotta get props. You gotta get props to be somebody being able to hold it down right now.
Dude, if he comes out with it, if he comes out with well, anyway, because we were all so very close, he let the video guy know. So then the video guy gives me a call and he was just like, hey bro, did you know? He goes, did you know? And I was just like, yeah. He was like, that's why you asked for the video? And I was like, yeah. I said, that's the most OG shit.
That is gangsta as hell,
Bro,
bro.
I could never do that.
Holding it down? There's no way.
No, I don't think I could do it.
There's no way I'd be able to even
And
not even call
bro,
attention to
and
it.
stay.
I'll be like, I just pissed my pants. I'll be like, look.
Or I'd be like, hey, come up here and do some minutes. I gotta run and use the
At the
restroom.
count of 3, everyone's gonna blow. 1, 2, 3.
Dude, that's a true
Silence
story.
on the set. Silence on the set.
That's a true story. But that's testament to him, bro, and to I don't know if this has happened to other comedians or maybe they might have shit
If there's any
themselves.
comedians out there that have pissed their pants on stage, please write in to metroiconlive@gmail.com because we want to hear. We definitely want to hear your story,
bro. But check it out, dude. To be in the business as long as he's been, I was just like, oh man. I was like,
that's how you keep the show alive.
The kill like that and to finish the show and finish the bit and finish, like, I couldn't do that. That's why I said, hey, bro, we need to take a break. Because I got to go piss. And I was thinking about that story.
I did not want that situation to clean up.
Yeah, well,
Thank you very, very much.
Plus, he was on the stage. You got carpet here. I'm not.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
I just love when you.
I would have blamed it on the dog.
No, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? When you were telling that story and shit, like Matt's all passed out on the sofa. Rufus like casually walked up to him and just like, did you die? And just like walk away. That's why me and John just started cracking up and shit. Because like Rufus is hella confused if Matt's still conscious. But you know, don't worry, we'll wake him up. I want to fuck with Matt so bad, dude.
No, you can't.
I can't do it.
No.
I mean, I shouldn't. Listen,
Nope.
bro. I just like comedy. That's what I mean. I just like to laugh. No, I mean that's a. Did you ever have a situation where like you were on stage and there was like, hey, you motherfucker, God.
Put it on
Fuck.
silent, bro.
How do you not know how your technology works? What the fuck, man? This is the problem with Android users, bro.
That's why I don't like coming here no more.
No, you never even been here before. Stop it. This is your first time ever. All right? Let's just be real about that. Should we talk about the fact that I showed up for you one morning, one time, and
okay.
That's a whole nother thing.
I mean, if you want to.
No, you know what? Let's not talk about it. It just ended. Let's just talk about how it ended. Because George asked me to show up for him in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. We know there's many people in the
We're not going to talk about it.
I have
he
to
just
now.
goes right into it.
I'm like, I'm not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. But George asked me to show up for him as a friend, and I showed up for him, and you said, 8 a.m. I need you at 8 a.m. You could say no,
You
bro.
must be really good with girlfriends.
Yeah.
Because like girlfriends always talk, and you're just like, yeah, I want to talk too. Y'all just go and just talk for
are
hours.
you on, bitch? Whose show are you on, motherfucker? All right? You just don't want me to get to the punchline. That's why. Because George left me hanging for over an hour. When he told me that he was going to be up and ready by 8 a.m., I call him by 7:57, and I'm calling him for an hour straight. And texting him.
The voicemails are funny.
Dude, the anger.
You motherfucker!
dude.
I come over here.
Do you still have them? Do you still have those voicemails?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pull them out.
Oh, you got it, dude. That would be fun. I do want to hear them though.
Yeah.
But so finally, I leave, and then George calls me maybe 15 minutes after that. I'm like, and I'm like running a hustle. I drop off fast, and George calls me, and he's like, "Hey, bro, man, I'm so sorry, dude. I don't know what happened, man. My phone was off." I'm like, "That's why it rang every time? Because your phone was off, George? And your phone was not off." I was like, have some decent respect for me, George, all right? Showed up for you. Have one iota of respect. He's like, "You're right, bro. You're right. I was passed out. I didn't hear this shit the whole time. I had no idea," or whatever. And then what happened? What did I do, George? What did I do at that point?
He stopped being my friend. Yeah.
No, I obviously didn't. I obviously didn't.
No, he asked. He goes.
I turned around.
He goes, "Do you want me to turn around?"
Yes. And what did I do?
You turned around.
I turned around and I came back.
You came back.
All right. So I show up in this parking garage and I park up, right? And I tell George, I look at George. George had like the most sincere, apologetic, sorry look on his face.
I felt bad, dude. I felt
really
horrible.
Bad. He felt really
I felt
bad.
horrible.
He felt really bad.
I was just
but
like,
as
fuck.
you all, but as
Grown man cry. You should
yes,
feel bad.
he felt really, really bad. And I was like, he's not feeling bad enough. All right?
Yeah.
And I looked at him, and as you know by now, George has been in prison. Okay? As you know. All right? So what did I do, George, when I came out of my car?
You very lovingly said, "Are you ready to go?" And
Nope.
I said, "Wait." And I said, "Yes." And then you pulled out your pocket and you said, "Grab it and follow me to the car." What did I do?
You fucking put your head down and you grab that pocket, bro. Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, I was like,
I was like, "I'll be a bitch today." I don't give a fuck.
I wanted to make sure he felt real sorry for disrespecting my time like this. But then I felt like I wasn't done yet. I felt like I wasn't done yet. So, because I had my morning coffee to get myself up and ready to get myself to on site, on location at the right time, right? So I was like, "Yo, man, I need to use the bathroom." I said, "I need to use
And
the
he
bathroom."
took a shit in my apartment.
No, actually, first he took me to the
dude,
lobby.
I don't want to go through the whole
First,
thing.
he took
I
me
don't
to
want
the
to go through the whole thing.
First, he took me to the lobby.
end result, you took a shit in my apartment.
I did.
Take any people nowhere.
I
That's
did.
the bottom line.
I did. And then
No, bro, there is a universal rule.
Yeah.
Do not take a shit in someone's shitter unless you've been there over 2 hours.
Until you fuck with him.
Because after you've been there over 2 hours, then you can say, "Hey, dude, I gotta use it."
But you made me fucking wait almost 2 hours. So
an hour.
Hour and a half.
So you had only been there an hour 15
by
minutes.
the time I got to
you were out of line.
It was an hour and a half.
You were
dude.
out of line.
I was out of line.
Yeah.
I was out of line.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? After I took that shit, felt much better. I'll tell you that. All right. So all is forgiven, and I got some good comedy from it. So let's go. You know, that's how you feed the relationship. Either way, bro, I'm happy that we were able to at least get this round 2 in.
Yeah.
Filling in for he who shall not be named ever again. But you know how we close off this podcast, and I made you do it on the first time we did it. I have somebody leave off in a final quote, phrase, sentence, whatever they want to do to leave out in the world. How I've been phrasing it now is if this is the last thing you were to ever say on camera ever again, that's how you're going to leave off the podcast. So go ahead and do it.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's it.
Great minds have always encountered great. That's all I got.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
No, great minds have always encountered great opposition from mediocre minds.
I love that. You're still a son of a bitch because I thought you were going to say what you said last time, which was fire. And,
What did I say last time?
Oh, God. All right. Cheers to George.
It was fire, but you don't remember?
I do remember.
What was it?
You said, he's like, do it all, baby. That's what you said the last
is that
time.
what you want me to say again?
No, it doesn't matter. Thank you,
He's
everybody.
trying to set me up to promote the show.
This has been George Red
I
Speaks.
don't ever invite me here again.
Done.
I love Shawn Kay the Showman.
That's right.